We want to differentiate the following. Now for part A, what we need to do here is use our knowledge of indices. The cube root of x is x to the 1/3. But here we've got the cube root of x squared, so that's x to the 2/3. So we've got x to the 2/3, and then the cube root of x, which we've already discussed, which is x to the 1/3. So if we differentiate that, doesn't matter that it's a fraction, the 2/3 drops down in front and multiplies, and we reduce the power by 1. 2/3 take away 1 is negative 1/3. And then here, the 1/3 drops down in front, reduce the power by 1, a third take away 1 is negative 2/3. Now the question was given in radical form, so we should change back to radical form. So that's going to be 2 over 3x to the 1/3, and this one is going to be 1 over 3x to the 2/3. So the negative part of the index just moves the x onto the bottom. And then this is 2 over 3 times the cube root of x. And this is 1 over 3 times the cube root of x squared. Let's move to B. So a couple of different ways of approaching this one. One is to split the fraction. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to have x cubed over x squared plus 5x squared over x squared minus x over x squared, take away 3 over x squared. So if we just cancel there, this just becomes x. This one becomes 5. So we'll cancel that with one of those. So we have 1 over x, which we can write as x to the negative 1 using our knowledge of indices. And then this one is 3x to the negative 2. So dy dx is going to be 1. The 5 disappears. Now here the negative 1 comes down and multiplies this negative 1, so it becomes a plus, and we reduce the power by 1. Here the negative 2 comes down and multiplies the negative 3, so it becomes plus 6, and that'll be x to the negative 3 because we reduced the power by 1. And so we've got 1 add 1 over x squared plus 6 over x cubed. So part C. You can do the same sort of thing. So y is x squared over root x. Take away 3x over root x. Take away 2 over root x. And then, as we discussed up here, that was with a cube root. The square root of x is x to the half. So what I've got is x squared over x to the half. Take away 3x over x to the half, take away 2 over x to the half, and we subtract indices in this situation. So this one is x to the 3 over 2, this will be 3x to the half, and this one is 2x to the negative a half. And so we can differentiate. So we get 3 over 2x, 3 over 2 take away 1 is a half. Take away 3 over 2, x, half take away 1 is negative a half, plus, so half times 2 is just 1, and that will be x to the negative 3 on 2. Now, what does that give us? So we have 3 over 2 root x, take away 3 over, using the negative, 2 x to the half plus 1 over x to the 3 over 2, which we could write as 3 over 2 root x, take away 3 over 2 times root x, and finally with this one, there's a few different things that you could do there, but let's just make it the square root of x cubed.